Hopefully next time will go better. Yeah, your match is gonna be over soon anyway, so I'll just.
Yeah, it ended.
Alright.
I was just
so
waiting to load out of it.
You gonna head out?
Yeah, I need to go to bed.
Alright, well at least we had some fun, you know, talking and got a few matches.
Oh yeah.
Next time, hopefully, it'll go better. I can like whittle down the categories also, so I can get some of the modes you don't like out of the way.
Yeah. Sounds good with me.
Well, you have a good night then.
You as well, mate. I'll talk to you later.
See ya. Alright, and for those of you watching on Twitch, I've hit another hour, so I'm gonna run some ads. Just a reminder, Twitch subscribers will not receive any ads. I don't want to lock any of my content behind a paywall or anything. I want everyone to be able to enjoy it. But if you do feel willing to contribute, it'd be greatly appreciated. Even a small donation is worth tons more than ad views, and I hope to put any money I get from these streams towards making them better, getting better equipment and stuff. So, yeah. And as a way of showing appreciation to anyone who does feel willing to contribute, whoever donates the most, cheers the most, and gets the most subs by the time I finish my Pokemon Yellow marathon, my Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke streams, will be able to nominate a future stream. So if you want to pick something that I'm free to shoot for being number one in one of those categories. So with that, I'll run some ads, and see you guys when we are back from that.
Can you hear me?
I just noticed in the background, Baba Yaga. So,
hello.
Hey, Jaden, are you joining to play?
Yeah, I'm gonna boot it up here in a second.
That is incredible timing. Literally, Ethan just had to leave to go to
Oh,
bed.
did he just leave?
He
Oh,
just left. But that's so funny that right as he leaves, it's like, all right, my turn.
Wow, perfect timing then.
Yeah, I did, Ammon tried, but his computer kind of got borked. Caleb is usually reliable, but he's got he's showing his friend a game that he's been trying to show them for forever, so I guess he's doing that. But
okay.
yeah, Ethan and I had fun doing 4v4 matchmaking. So
nice.
Yeah, is there a specific matchmaking you want to do? 4v4, 8 free for all, 12. We could do infection if you want, because that was a lot of fun.
That was fun last time. I've been down to start with some of that.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got probably a good like hour and a half before I have to go, so you know we can squeeze a bunch in.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'm on an. I just started an ad break anyway, so.
Nice.
Yeah. So you are seeing Green Knight on Thursday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually bought my ticket earlier today, so and you're coming to that too, right?
Yeah, I got my ticket,
nice.
So I'll be joining.
Awesome. That's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that one quite a bit.
Yeah. I think. Where did I see it? I think I saw like a feature on the movies that inspired the director of Green Knight. It's very interesting. There's like Dark Crystal and Willow and stuff in there.
Alright.
like just like some fantasy. Ooh, 9 Inch Nails. I just put it to my grab bag playlist. But if you're here, I can. I showed off one of my playlists to Ethan. I can show another one to you now that you're here.
Cool.
So you said like an
Sounds
hour
good.
and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Sweet. Okay. So are you already... Yeah, you're joined on.
Yeah, I think I'm in your lobby now.
Okay, so I will start the search. Oh man, I was listening to this album today because I've been trying to re-rank my top 100. Oh, I love this pretty hate machine. It's
nice.
Very me taste, because most people would think that like Downward Spiral is 9 Inch Nails' best, or The Fragile. Because I think the perception is like those are like kind of iterate on the first one and got even better. But for me, I just love 80s style stuff so much that I'm like, I don't know, I kind of like that first one a lot. Because it's like really
cool.
Depeche Mode-y, and I love Depeche Mode, so.
Yeah, you gotta send me that list when you finalize it. I'd love to like, you know, dive into your music taste and find some cool new stuff.
Yeah, some of it might not be your thing, but I think you'd enjoy some of it. There's gonna be some Tribe Called Quest, that's for sure.
Ooh, very nice.
And Murder of the Universe is, of course, gonna have to be on there.
Hey, nice.
That is their magnum opus, in my opinion. It's so interesting.
I used to think Nonagon was their best, and it's definitely up there, but I think I've come around to think Murder of the Universe is probably their best.
Nonagon is a great intro, but, like, Murder of the Universe has got so much going on, like, that is...
Yeah, the various stories and the sounds they're playing with, just, it's so interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I think the third part might be my favorite at this point, the Hantayumi saga. Yeah.
I mean, Digital Black just slaps so hard when it kicks in. Like, oh my gosh.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I never.
Have you heard their new albums yet, by chance?
I listened to KG and LW. I haven't re-listened, so I don't remember them as well. But I did listen to KG and LW. I forgot to tell you that.
What'd you think on the first listen?
On my first listen, I liked them. I liked them a lot. I need to. My memory is like really weird. Like it's like first listen, afterwards I won't remember it as well. But like I listen again and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. So I'll have to revisit it because I remember liking it, but it's not as lodged in my head yet.
Right.
But I remember it being good stuff.
Yeah, there's some good bangers on there. I kind of think that, like, if they had combined them into one album and did, like, half of the songs from each album, it probably could have been stronger. But I don't think it's, like, a terrible song on either of the albums. They're all pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they thought the pandemic would go away earlier and, like, oh, we could, you know, get this out now and then have the real thing later.
Right.
But it's kind of.
I mean, that's kind of like their first introduction into like recording their own stuff from home and sending it to each other and mixing remotely.
Yeah.
So, given the circumstances, I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my God! Why is this grenade going up and down in the air? I'm gonna clip this if you can't see it.
Yeah, you gotta show me. I wouldn't say it's one of their strongest, but there are some like absolute bangers on there. But it's very much like an upbeat, positive, like poppy synth album.
So like,
which is a very new sound for them.
Oh, so it's like different. Okay. I was gonna say, hearing that in my head, it was like, oh, would it be like Dream Balloon or something then?
Maybe mix Dream Balloon with like Fishing for Fishies.
Okay.
Although I'd say actually the closest comparison, if you remember, like the tracks from Chunky Shrapnel that were new, kind of those synth like ambient beats. That's probably the closest comparison.
Okay. Yeah,
but it's very much a unique sound.
Yeah, I only listened to Chunky Shrapnel the one time when I rented it before it got taken down, and it was I had to do it at work because it's like, oh no, the deadline. Okay, I'll just listen while I'm captioning because I have no choice.
It's a damn shame they haven't done a Blu-ray yet, because it was just out for like a day.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like a pirate link somewhere. I just haven't looked, but I would like to rewatch.
Yeah.
But yeah, Butterfly is really good. I would argue, I think my biggest complaint with it is that overall it works better as an album. It doesn't hold up very well if you're just listening to singles on their own.
Okay.
Which is also interesting with their release schedule. Like, they didn't tease any singles. Like, they just said, like, hey, album's out this day, and they dropped it all at once. There were no teasers for it. So, kind of a unique way of advertising it. But, it's weird because I don't know. Like, overall as a whole, it's solid, but some of the songs on their own just don't hold up as well. Some of them definitely do, but I don't know. That's just my opinion, I guess. I think some other albums have better singles than that one, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be curious when I finally check it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
We'll try.
I hate you.
It's over, Gelatin. I have the high ground. Uh-oh. Is that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Nice.
I saw your name and I was like, I must do it. I know I've said this so many times before, but like, when I think of the word iconic, I can't help but think of like stuff from this game. Like,
yeah.
and like, I didn't even play it as much as Reach, but like that one year, I played it so much that like, it feels like home.
Yeah. I think Halo as a franchise very much is iconic in gaming. Like, it's just, it's really stood the test of time compared to other franchises.
It's tricky to figure out what will make something iconic, but like, these maps, like, they're so distinctive. But, like, other franchises have been able to manage that too. Like, Call of Duty's Modern Warfare 2 maps are so good. Like,
yeah.
Like Terminal and that one map everyone loves that's like in an oil rig or something. I forget its name, but it's like,
I think I know the one you're talking about.
yeah. And then of course everyone loves Nuketown.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's so funny to me because like most of the time my expectation of like classic maps in gaming were like, oh, that's like really old stuff. Like back in the day they played like Quake, and or like when they talk about like Blood Gulch, it's like, well, I was too young for Halo CE, but like now that like stuff like Nuketown is considered a classic map, and I'm like, I remember that from the beginning. I was there.
Yeah.
I was there when the Deep Magic was written.
Right.
Or however Aslan says it in the meme.
Good meme.
Recite the Deep Magic to me.
Yes. I was there when it was written.
Oh, looks like we're together.
Nice.
Have you ever played Donkey Kong Country or any Donkey Kong game?
No, never have.
Yeah, it is an older game, but this song relies on like the melody is taken from a Donkey Kong song. It's called Aquatic Ambience. It's one of the greatest video game songs ever made. It's like legitimately incredibly produced. The composer was inspired by Blade Runner when making it. It was like he wanted to make something super immersive.
Ooh.
Yeah, the melody for that is redone here for this song.
That's awesome.
It's
I'm loving
really
the vibe to this. It's a good song.
Someone launched me. Whoa, they really launched me. Oh, you haven't had a chance to see Pig yet, right?
Oh, actually, I did see it. The night I came home. Yeah, the night after I got home from Europe, I just saw it by myself.
Nice.
That was such a good film. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When I started it, I was a bit tired and not sure where it was going. So early on, I was a little like lost on the thread. I was like, when the Fight Club stuff started happening, I was like, what kind of movie is this turning into? But as it went on and I soaked it in more, and especially afterwards, like it really sunk into me. Like, oh wow, that was something.
Yeah, I was telling Brian this, but it definitely felt to me like a very somber version of John Wick.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the plot beats are somewhat similar, but I think even more so with like the way they world build and how he kind of is revealed over time. They're like, oh, this guy used to be like a very renowned chef, and he has a lot of connections in this world of like cooking.
Yeah, it's like the John Wick of helping people realize the real them. Like,
yeah. But it was great too because he isn't like killing people, you know. I did watch the trailer when it first dropped like a couple months ago, and I kind of wish I hadn't. But in that trailer, it makes it look like he goes on like a revenge thing. And it's like not that at all. Like he's very much just trying to get the pig, but he doesn't want to hurt anyone. He's just
it's like if John Wick was telling people, "Why aren't you living your dreams?"
Yeah. In this one, it's just kind of like I'm gonna do a kind thing for you, and hopefully, you know, your heart will change and give me the pig back. That whole scene actually where he's cooking the dinner for the dad, and he's doing the meal that he had with his wife all those years ago.
Yeah.
And he like breaks down and he realizes like the pig died, and I almost cried in the theater. That was like very emotional.
That detail at first that he was the one who had made the dish that had touched them so long. I missed a few details, and when I found that out, like rereading like reviews and stuff afterwards, I was like, oh, damn.
It did take me a moment to catch on to the reveal, but once it hit me, it really hit me in the theater. I was like, holy cow! Like he remembers the guy somehow. Like that's impressive on its own. But to remember the exact meal and then to go to such a length to make him that meal, just so he could relive having a nice dinner with his wife, that's like an incredibly gracious act, only to then learn that like there literally is nothing the guy can do. Like the pig is dead. Like,
I think it would be a real interesting rewatch, like knowing what happens after and being able to take it in. Like I'm very like I feel like I'll really appreciate it when I rewatch it at some point. Like
yeah, you definitely should. I know at some point I want to see it again. Maybe not in theaters, but you know, get it from the library or something.
I haven't seen it yet, but Red Letter Media did a video on it, and apparently...
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet either.
The director commented on the YouTube video saying that he was a Red Letter Media fan, and so he appreciated it. So the director of Pig is a Red Letter Media fan.
Very nice. I'm always happy when like Red Letter Media gets recognized.
Yeah.
Because like they're pretty big. Like it's, you know, a lot of people know of them, but still they're a good channel.
Yeah. The guy who killed Captain Alex is a big fan. He was like,
nice.
He's like, Space Cop is the best movie ever made.
Space Cop is okay. It could be memeing.
But
actually, I don't know if you saw on Twitter recently, and by recently I mean like a couple months ago, but they were closing down their online store of all their merchandise, and they were going to reopen their new one. But they only had like a little bit of Space Cop Blu-rays left, so they weren't gonna like restock them. So they're like, "This is your last chance if you want a Space Cop Blu-ray. Like, get it now or don't." And so I was like, "Well, shit, I'm gonna get one." Right. So I did. I got one of the last like I think 100 copies, and
nice.
It's good. I'm glad I bought it, but it's not a great movie.
Yeah.
It's very much an homage to bad movies, which kind of like hurts its own right because it is a bad movie in a sense.
Yeah. Filmmaking is obviously a lot harder than criticism, which is something that I appreciate
absolutely.
That they have acknowledged themselves.
Right.
Like, especially because some of their fans tend to be like really, you know, cynical. They at least realize, making movies hard. Like
that's very much appreciated, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a movie parodying bad movies, and so they're doing tropes that are often found in bad movies, and it just kind of makes it not perfect to watch all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I don't know. I can let you borrow it at some point if you want. Like it's worth seeing at least once.
Yeah, I'd like to see it once.
Sorry.
Ah, of course. But it was just funny how the director of Who Killed Captain Alex was like, "It's my favorite movie." He was like everyone in Uganda loves Space Cop.
I think I have seen that clip where some Ugandan guy is like, "Oh, we love Space Cop" or something.
Yeah, it's the director of Who Killed Captain Alex, which I.
Oh, is that guy the director? In that clip?
I still need to see. He like built his own computer to make it, and they don't have the like master footage of it anymore because he didn't have the hard drive space. It's like so scrappy, and I love it that the efforts he went to like with such limited resources.
Yeah. Check that out at some point.
True artiste.
Yeah, I think the last Red Letter Media video I saw was their recent Wheel of the Worst. Have you seen that one with
I think I saw that one.
kind of the David Carradine
Oh yeah.
exercise video? Yeah.
I didn't realize that was the Kill Bill 2 guy.
That's what I think he's most well known for. But he had a big career, I think, earlier on. That's one of Tarantino's like shticks is like drag up actors that are long past their career points and like revitalize them.
Which is nice. Like I feel like picking up on underappreciated talent and giving them like a second leg is like really cool. Like that's basically what they did with Johnny Cash and Hurt. Was a producer was like, oh man, Johnny Cash hasn't really been big for a while, I want to help him out. Right. It's nice when the underappreciated people get their second shot.
I agree.
To get some attention again.
It's just a shame he passed away of autoerotic asphyxiation immediately after. The amount of jokes in that episode they made of that was just so... I mean, if you're gonna die that way, you kind of have it coming, but like...
It's gonna be hard for people to forget. But like it was like some like twisty thing, right? That they were trying to advertise.
Yeah, it's like a piece of a hose or a hula hoop or something, and it's like just put it in your hands and you twirl it in no particular direction, and it somehow is like good exercise.
It's a scam.
Or something. Yeah, the whole thing was like it's a total scam, but they didn't have anything to advertise in the video. There was no product for the thing, which is like super confusing.
Very wild. I just really love it, I don't need to plug it. I just wanted to show people that I really like this. What other stuff did they do in that video? I'm trying to remember.
They had the clown instructional video, and then there was that like kid, the rich kid who did like the children's show in that monochromatic set.
Yes. Oh, it's
the Woozle Woggle something.
Yes. Oh, Vanity Projects.
They have a ton of vanity projects on that channel. It's kind of surprising that like so many exist, and they're all so bad.
I know. We need to preserve this history. Red Letter Media is a museum.
Basically, at this point.
Holy
shit! I'm moving fast. Whoa.
Oh yeah, this one's interesting. Usually, I don't like this map. I think this is like the only mode it's really good for. For a moment, I thought that intercom was part of the song because this song's a very ambient song. I'm just playing it's a playlist of some of my favorite Vapor tunes.
Nice. So is it like SWAT, like a one-shot?
Yeah. But
I'm not gonna get up these stairs.
But you are very fast. And yes, trust me, I've tried to go up these stairs. They can be challenging. I'm gonna be honest, this map is a little stacked more against you guys, but I think there's still opportunities to figure something out.
Are you guys fast?
No.
Or is that just because we're zombies that we're fast?
It's just because you're fast. Like, that's why it's speed demons. So you go down easy, but you are fast. So if you plan something good. Like, see, I got a little cocky there.
Yeah, almost cost you, but
not quite. Okay, speaking of bad movies, one that I've kind of become curious about is Mac and Me, because we were watching some clips. Were you there when we were watching clips?
I might have been. I'm familiar with the wheelchair kid going off the cliff.
Right, because I'm remembering now. I think when we were watching it, I think you were still in Europe. But like we were like watching some like bad movie clips in my theater room.
I don't know if you're familiar, but like Paul Rudd does a little bit every time he goes on Conan, where doesn't matter what movie he's promoting, he always plays the clip of the child falling off the cliff in Mac and Me.
Great. That's
it's
great.
Like a recurring bit he's done ever since Conan started. And like when Conan ended a few weeks ago, he came back on one last time and was just telling his usual anecdotes, and then it's like, oh, I've got a clip, and then it was macking me. So it's just, it's a funny recurring thing. But that's like the only thing about the film I know.
I think they also had a running bit on Conan about the Slipknots. It's like they're like, oh, we're supposed to get Slipknot, but we got the Slipknots, and it's just like barbershop quartet people, like, where are the Slipknots? We're slipping on nuts. You should see it if you haven't.
I'm gonna look that one up. I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
It's so simple but so funny.
Yeah.
I infiltrated one of you guys.
Ooh.
Oh wait, you were always a zombie. I got turned
Yeah, from the very start.
Yeah, I got turned into one.
I have not gotten a single kill yet in this mode. This is a bit tricky.
It is tricky, but once we accumulate more zombies, it starts to, you know, improve the chances.
It'll probably get more tough.
30 seconds remaining.
Or 30 seconds.
Oh boy. Yeah, the zombies kind of had a slow accumulation this time.
Yeah.
So now it's starting to build up, but there's not much time left.
Okay.
It's so unfortunate that already it's the end of July.
I know. Summer's just going quick.
I know. But at the same time, it's like, we were really enjoying outside anyway. It's just so hot. At least there haven't been crazy fires like last year.
Yeah, not as bad for sure. It definitely was a bit hazy when I got home. And Pioneer Day especially, too.
It's probably East Coast fire smoke.
Yeah, I saw a lot of smoke when we flew out of Seattle. It was pretty bad out there.
Yeah, some of the East Coast fires at some point, the smoke went all the way to New York. So the smoke plume was over the entire country. So, yeah.
Jeez.
Climate change kind of pretty wild.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm a zombie. You a zombie?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna have to get you.
You will try.
I will try. Damn it. Man. They only give you so many options to move around.
Yeah. It's pretty restricted in this map.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like some alternate route.
Uh-oh.
Haha.
That was close.
Yep.
Got that one guy that was with me.
Yep. It's gonna turn into a Day of the Dead scenario.
Yeah. Man, I gotta rewatch Day of the Dead. It's been a while.
Yeah, I like the other two more, but I
Yeah.
feel like maybe I haven't given it enough due. Like, because
I think Dawn is still easily my favorite.
Yeah,
but
Dawn is it's so comfy. Like,
yeah.
oh, it's so good.
For being a zombie flick, it's just a lot of fun.
It's the
just
reason
like
why
cozy.
everyone wants to go to malls.
Yeah.
But like, incredible world building, incredible cinematography, great score
Yeah.
from Goblin, like just great stuff.
Probably some of the best world building in any film I've seen. Like, just the way it establishes the mall and how they take it over is like incredibly satisfying to watch.
George Romero's so good at it.
Yeah.
Alright, one last human. Alright, no more humans.
Aha.
Whoa, the Dark Knight won.
Whoa, Batman's in our lobby.
See ya, Batman.
Yeah.
He
More
spends
like
all
a
his time
zombie
on
Batman.
Halo now. He stopped fighting crime and started playing Halo. Trying to... just had an image in my head of Batman trying to be a Twitch streamer.
I could see it.
It's pretty pockers. Can we get Omega Lols in chat?
Donate to my Patreon.
Oh man, I still have never seen Dark Knight Rises, but I hear it's a bit
Really?
of a meme. So, but I am curious about seeing it sometime.
I like it quite a bit. It's the only one of that trilogy I saw in theaters, because I was pretty young when the other two came out. But the opening scene is definitely a meme. I'm sure you've seen it with the CIA guy.
Yeah.
The crashing this plane with no survivors. You know that's a great scene in its own right, but it's definitely become memed.
Yeah. Well, cause like he's like, I'm CIA, and like for you, like it's just weirdly constructed.
Yeah, you're a big guy for you.
Yeah.
It's just a great intro, but like the way that CIA guy, I forget the guy's name, but like he's a great actor, but the character is just like a CIA guy who's trying to be all tough, and then Bane is just like out toughing him, and then crashes the plane. Like it's interesting that scene became a meme, but I'm kind of glad that it did.
Yeah. I think The Dark Knight is a good movie, but like in retrospect, I'm kind of like, man, why did the whole world lose its shit and think it was like one of the all-time absolute like its status on IMDb? It's like the weird thing about it is like as soon as it came out, people were treating it like this is like Citizen Kane or something, and I feel it's got some issues. Like it's a good movie. Like, and Heath Ledger's performance is great, but in retrospect, I'm like, why did people just like get so obsessed with it to that level, where it was like, oh, this is absolute, you know, best movie of all time masterpiece. It is, and I was young, so it would be really interesting, like, time travel and see why it took on so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good movie, but I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen it since I've seen Heat, which I think is definitely the biggest inspiration for the film.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to, like, go back at some point and see how it stacks up, because, like, obviously Heat's my all-time favorite movie, so, like, it's not going to be better, probably. But, like, you know,
it just seemed like...
It'll be interesting to see comparison-wise.
The hype just got so much, like, it, like, really insanely high, and, like... Because, like, no one even talks about, like, the bit in China, I think. Like, there's, like, bits in the movie where, I don't know how to describe it, but it's, like...
Like, that bit's kind of slow. Like, it's not... There's not a lot going on there. He's just getting the guy.
Yeah, like...
I think it's mainly just, like, Heath Ledger knocked it way out of the park, more than anyone was expecting.
Right.
And then plus the fact that he died shortly after. Had to get the Oscar, like, posthumously. And then compare it to, like, other superhero films, both of its time and since, it's like, when you're holding it to the scale of just superhero films, I think it's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah. And I think for a lot of people, it's superhero films is all movies are, which is a shame. You know, but for those people, that's, like, the best film of all time.
Yeah. It's just, like usually with an all-time classic, it's, like pretty much, like, all the story, all the bits, like, are all, like, top notch, but like there's bits before Heath Ledger shows up in Dark Knight that I'm like the China bit, and like I think there's like a bit with like Scarecrow or something, like don't leave a ton of impact on me. Like it's like I don't know, I couldn't even really get super into it until like Heath Ledger showed up.
Right. It's interesting because in Heat there's also a lot of like side moments and characters, and for me personally I think it all works flawlessly. But with Dark Knight, you're right. There's a lot of scenes that are just kind of there, and they don't do a ton.
It's like before I saw it, it's like no one even mentioned to this part to me where he goes to China or whatever. Like it's like, this is a part of the movie that just sort of happens, I guess. It's
just as kind of there.
Yeah.
It's not bad per se. It's just not as memorable.
What I'm kind of getting at is like, it was a little more rough than at the perspective at the time. You know, made it seem.
And for something with such a high esteem, you'd think it would be flawless.
Yeah, I think I think in that case it was less like people recognized like one of the absolute masterpieces of cinema when it happened, and more just like a good movie got a hype train, just huge hype train out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And like, but it's definitely a lot better than Tenet. I think we can agree on that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tenet is, the thing is like, this is part of why I want to say like, you know, there's rough parts of Dark Knight, because I feel like people hadn't been paying attention to Nolan's shortcomings for a while. Like, and I was guilty of that too when I was a not super educated teenager. But like when I started getting older, I noticed in like Interstellar, like, oh yeah, he's kind of stilted when it comes to human emotion and like other issues. And then it feels like Tenet, all the worst impulses came like all together without like putting enough effort into getting audiences on his side. Because I feel like Tenet in his head is like brilliant for Nolan, but like for the rest of us, it's like not quite there.
Yeah. I really think, like, the world building especially is what killed it for me. Because, like, if he had actually established how the dreams worked in a better way, it probably could have been a much better film.
And the thing is, he's so self-assured. Like, I think Nolan's actually not great at world building, or at least not as great as he's led himself to believe, and some people have been led to believe.
Yeah.
Like, Inception is really good as like a heist movie with the with like cinematography and cool action, but like we saw Paprika recently. Oh, were you there when we saw Paprika?
I was, but I was so jet lagged I fell asleep like 10 minutes.
Right.
So, you may have to send me the file so I can see it on my own time.
Yeah. But Paprika, I feel like, was so much more imaginative with the dream angle and like really went into it. Because there's not just like the surreal angle, but one person pointed out on Twitter that like they go like a bunch of layers into this guy's head, and there's like no messed up fetishes or anything. It's like, if you really went that deep into someone's head, you'd like, not only would you see like weird dream logic stuff, but you'd probably like see the uncomfortable side of them too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and
you
I
would
feel
get to some kinky, sexy stuff that they don't want to come out.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that to like, oh, they gotta make the movie perverted, but like, it feels like they took too literal of an approach, and like, it's pretty much feels like the real world with layers on it.
Right.
Like, cause even the dream bending stuff kind of feels underutilized, to be honest. Cause like there's the famous imagery of the city folding on itself and the changing gravity. But it feels like the people themselves have less control over the dream than they kind of made it out to seem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a solid movie, but like, you know, I feel like those are some shortcomings, you know?
Yeah. I think it's probably one of his better films, but yeah, it's not perfect at all.
Yeah. And yeah.
I think what it does well especially is like it maintains tension throughout the whole movie in ways that most films can't, but if we're coming to like dream logic, it is somewhat tame.
Yeah.
It doesn't go very psychedelic and trippy at all.
I think we've reached the point with Tenet where people are starting to kind of wake up from the hype a little bit and see the shortcomings. Yeah.
I hope that he can use that to like his benefit in his next film. I don't know what he's doing next, but like if he can like step back and have a little bit more humility and be like, okay, I can't do crazy Tenet stuff and not tell the audience what I'm doing, then maybe he can make a better film next time.
Maybe he should get some more input from some other people to help out his movies, because I feel like the thing is like he's got some gifts, he's got interests in like maximalism and like wild premises, but like but like his characters are so inhuman, and like when he tries to do emotion like in Interstellar, it feels so weird.
I still haven't seen Interstellar, but I've seen bits, and I don't know if it's anything like
weird
Tenet.
Stuff about love. Interstellar's better than Tenet, but like they try to do weird stuff about love that's like very Nolan-y. It's like trying to come up with some sort of logic behind it, but like he's also trying more than usual in that movie to give an emotional kind of Spielbergian side, but it just like doesn't work because it's Nolan, so like the emotion feels weird.
Huh.
He tries to give an emotional core to the movie, and it just does not land as. It's like how in Tenet he tried to do buddy cop humor, and how that just felt stilted. Because like even an MCU quip knows how to be an MCU quip. He's like struggling to make that.
Yeah, he had a couple that you could tell he was trying to do like an MCU Iron Man style thing, and it just his character was definitely more of a Bond type than an Iron Man type.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't awful. I was actually expecting it to be worse than it was, but it still was just very like.
It, but like you kind of get what we were getting at, right?
Yeah, it's a thing that Tenet's not just the only one guilty. I think a lot of movies do it too, where it's like, oh, Iron Man quips. Iron Man was a success. We need our character to quip.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's just kind of bogus. You know.
Yeah, and
I think that we really just need characters, especially in the MCU, that don't quip. I think most of their characters now are trying to be like Iron Man, and it's really ticking me off.
We're gonna push new boundaries. We're gonna have a Marvel character that doesn't quip, and that's gonna be like the woke thing. It's like,
right.
Oh, whoa. But like
they're super serious and they don't joke.
I think another thing is I was so annoyed about the audio mixing thing, and like so validated that people bring it up because I had never thought about it when I was younger because I wasn't thinking enough about the audio. But as I, developed my music taste and learned more about audio, like I reached a point where I'm like, yeah, I think I always had that issue, and I just didn't realize it. It was like, it was what does Mr. Plinkett say? You didn't notice it, but your brain did. I think I was like that on the audio mixing for his movies.
For sure. I think especially, I was fortunate because I just got the copy at the library and I was able to put subtitles on.
Nice.
But in the theater you can't do that, you know? You just have the mix.
Dude, I missed out so many details, and then it's already such dry, boring exposition to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, Nolan is a very dry, cold, stilted kind of person, but at least Inception did a good job of exposition. Some people ended up confused, which honestly I'm like, it's not that confusing. And I felt like it explained the premise well.
Yeah.
But Tenet is like, the premise is even weirder, it's drier, it's less interesting. Yeah, really did not do as good of a job there.
Yeah, compared to Inception, Tenet really dropped the ball.
Inception really was... That's the thing, it's like, Tenet was his worst impulses. It's like, he had some of those bad impulses before, but he was able to work them better into something that came out better with Inception.
Yeah.
But, have you seen anything else recently, aside from... Pig?
Yeah, I saw, actually the same night as Pig, I got a text from Brian after, we went and saw Old in theaters, so it's kind of like a double feature.
What did you think about it?
I haven't seen all of Shyamalan's work, so it's hard to say where it would stack up, but parts of it are really, really good, and parts of it are not good.
Okay. I've seen a lot of Twitter jokes about the beach that makes you old.
Yeah.
Like,
I think my favorite one I saw is Bob De Niro from Joker being like, "You're laughing. I went to the beach that makes you old, and now I'm old, and you're laughing." And they like photoshopped him to be like a really old man.
There's the Anakin and Padme picnic one where they're like, we're gonna go to the beach. Not the beach that makes you old, right? And then they're both
Anakin's just old. That's a good one too.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm happy they're memeing on the beach because that's been pretty funny.
Here's the thing about Shyamalan, is like, I haven't seen all his movies, but it seems like people did unfairly come at him too much on some movies. Like, I liked Glass a lot, even though a lot of people didn't really like it. But like, The Happening and Avatar: The Last Airbender, like even Brian's been on like those like, yeah, they weren't good. Like which is
I haven't seen either of those, so I can't comment. But what I've seen of them online looks like dog shit, like really, really bad.
That's the thing, is like, because some people were really ragging on Shyamalan, and some people I know who have pretty good film opinions have defended some of the ones that didn't have as much of critical reception. But like,
see, that's the thing is I'm curious I kind of want to go back and see some of his lesser well-received ones because I think part of it could just be internet culture, similar to what happened with the prequels, where a lot of people rag on him and it just becomes the majority opinion, even if it's not necessarily accurate to what we would think.
Right, and that's the thing, like with Glass, I was like, oh, this is great, even though people
I like Glass.
Think that way. But,
Glass wasn't perfect, but I did enjoy parts of it, most of it actually.
The Happening, we tried and we thought, oh, maybe it'll even be like funny bad, but no, it just sucked. And like even like hardcore contrarians, no one defends Avatar: The Last Airbender. That is just like, I know someone who doesn't even like the show and is like, yeah, I can't even defend the movie.
Right.
And I mean, not liking the show, just so you can get a sense of how contrarian he tends to be.
Yeah, that's pretty contrarian.
And even he didn't like the movie, so.
I mean, for Old specifically, definitely not as good as like the Unbreakable trilogy or Sixth Sense. But it's not a bad film.
No, that's so unfortunate that I haven't seen it. I've seen a bunch of other of his movies, and I haven't seen that one.
Wait, which one haven't you seen?
Sixth Sense.
Oh, what? Dude, that one. Do you know the twist?
Who doesn't? I mean,
okay, fair enough.
That's the problem, but I want to see it anyway. I
really that one actually is.
So.
That one got better for me on rewatch. I actually quite dig that one now. But with Old, it's like I won't spoil it, but like the literal plot elements are not that great. There's kind of an overarching story that's okay, and then obviously the beach makes you old. His explanation for it, I didn't quite vibe with it in hindsight. Like I'll keep it vague. I don't want to spoil it unless you want me to, but like it's not the best. Okay. But there is a lot of metaphorical filmmaking, especially in like the middle to like latter part of the film, where he's really exploring what it's like to grow old, and you're essentially watching a lot of characters grow old and go through phases of their lives in minutes instead of decades. And that's when I think he really shines. Like, it gets really, really emotional in parts where you're watching people grow up and you're watching years happen in moments, and it gets very touching. I think that's when Old is at its best, is when instead of like focusing on the minutia of how a beach makes you old, he's focusing on, okay, you're on a beach that makes you old, how does that make you feel? How does that make your family feel? How does that make your kids feel? You know, that's when Old is really, really good.
Yeah, I think he seems to be good with ideas and concepts. And what are you saying, like, maybe not so much on like plot points?
Yeah, plot points, I mean, it's not awful. I understand what he's doing. And in the theater I didn't hate it, but I think it could have been handled better.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard to explain without you having not seen it, so...
I'm curious about it. I might not see it in theaters, but I'll probably...
Yeah, you don't have to see it in theaters. If you, like, watch it at the library later, you could just, you know, do that.
Oh,
but,
dude, I need to use you for that. Oh,
yes, please do. I'd love to...
I'd
love to get movies for you. Just let me know.
I actually rented something from the UV library that I still need to see, Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, I've heard that one's good.
Yeah, I'm curious about it.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh boy.
Also with Old, some of the acting isn't good. Like, even with some of the leads, like, there's a couple line deliveries where you're just like, ooh, they probably should have done another take or another variant of the line delivery.
Yeah,
and then there's a couple side characters that just aren't good.
Yeah, I think that's what really brought down, like, The Happening and Avatar. There was bad acting in those movies.
Yeah. Well, even I think of The Happening, and it's like, you got Mark Wahlberg. I know in the right role he can be really good.
Yeah.
But, I'm just thinking back to the line where he's like, what? No!
Yeah.
You know? Super campy. And then in Old, there's a couple line deliveries where it's just like, I don't know if it was just the actor's fault or if Shyamalan's fault, but like, I don't know. There's a couple lines that made me laugh, and they weren't trying to be funny.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's not as bad as like happening acting, but it's noticeable in parts.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. It's definitely, I think, like you were saying, not one you need to see in theaters.
Yeah.
I think Green Knight's probably going to be a better theater experience, but
I just remembered another movie that was listed as an inspiration for Green Knight was Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula movie, which I've been very curious about after seeing the review.
Same. I saw that review and I was like, damn, I didn't know about this. Like, I think I'd seen pictures,
I knew about it, but I wasn't sure if it was good or not. And here's
yeah.
the thing.
With Coppola, it's hard to say.
It seems like it's the kind of movie where it's like good from like if you're thinking like a filmmaker's type of film. And I feel like that's part of why I like the prequels as much as I do, is if you are coming at it from a more audience perspective, I feel like it makes a lot of sense why you might find them weaker. But part of what's clicked for me to really appreciate those films is thinking about them the way George Lucas sees them as a filmmaker. And it seems to me like Dracula is probably that kind of movie, because like the Keanu Reeves acting is just like wow, but like some of the effects and stuff look gorgeous, and like and I mean that's part of the key. There's different kinds of flaws in a movie. Like the kind of flaws Old probably has are the kind that aren't gonna stop me from watching it, because it's like its heart is in the right place. It's trying to be an artistic work. It's trying to do something interesting. It's different than just like a soulless movie that might have some polish, but yeah. But like with Dracula, it looks like it's probably got issues, but like that's probably got tons of heart.
Yeah, and I think as like film enthusiasts, we'd probably get a lot more out of it than most people.
Yeah, and I like me specifically. I really like some real old movies, so I think I'll probably appreciate some of those like super old school type effects.
Yeah.
Oh man, movies, they sure are great, huh?
Absolutely.
That's the thing, it's like, some people are like, there's nothing to watch, and I'm like, man, I will never in my lifetime get to all the good art out there. Like,
there's too many.
I'm only gonna scratch the surface of all the great stuff out there, and like, but I don't let it get me down. It's like, it's inspiring. It's like, oh, there's so much stuff to soak in.
It's good for me too, because I can use that as an excuse to filter out bad movies, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my nights watching something that's mediocre if I can help it. I'd rather watch something that's hailed as a classic.
I kind of think that, and here's the thing, most people don't need to go out of their way to do this. I think it's good to have seen a fair amount of mediocre or bad movies, because like, they really put in perspective the good ones when you see a movie that fails in a regard.
Right.
But, like,
I think for me as a kid that was a big help. Because I had no context of like what film could be. Yeah.
Usually you don't need to bother doing that, like, because like, you'll have seen some anyway. But like, as long as like you see a stinker every once in a while, you know, you keep your perspective.
Yeah, and I do see bad films occasionally, whether it's like with my family or just on my own accidentally. I'll see something that I thought would be good. But
the Beauty and the Beast remake.
Ooh, did you watch that recently?
Not super recently, but this summer I saw it with my family. Was not a fan. And I really like the original. Like, Disney's a horrible company, but like I really appreciate some of their better stuff. And like the original Beauty and the Beast, like I really love. Like, man, Gaston is like such a force of personality in the original, and like in the remake, he's just like a narcissist who like they try to build a cult around him, a cult of personality, but like he just doesn't sell it. He loves himself, but I just can't sell the fact that I can't see the idea that everyone else would be in love with him.
Right.
He's just lacking charisma. Whereas the original one was so great because it's just this dense oaf who was just like completely in love with himself, and a subversion of what were usually like the heroes in a Disney movie, but
Yeah.
he's the villain. It really annoyed me, like the remake. It's like they stripped out the heart, they stripped out the soul.
That's happened with so many of the Disney remakes at this point. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they're all going to be bad. Like, I'm not even going to give any of them a chance.
I don't want to check them out, but like my family wanted to see it, and except for very rare occasions, I'm pretty much okay with what anyone wants to show me. Like,
Sure.
that's the thing. Like, unless I'm like really not in the mood or like violates some principle, like. If someone wants to show me something, I'm gonna be for it, you know, as long as I have the energy for it.
I'm usually the same way, but like, I don't know. With those kind of movies, like, if I ever got an invitation, I might make an excuse to not see it.
That's fair. I just usually, I'm like, you know, whatever. You want to share it with me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've had that with my family quite a bit, where it's like, over Christmas we saw the new Wonder Woman film, and like, you know, it wasn't good, but saw it with my family, so that was a good experience, and it was nice.
Comic book movies at this point are like, they've kind of done what they needed to do. I think we can put them to sleep for a little bit.
I wholeheartedly agree. Actually, I don't know if you've read this article yet, but James Gunn was talking about the new Suicide Squad he's making, and he's saying basically the exact same thing of like, superhero movies are just overblown and boring now because they're all doing the same thing, so they need to evolve or die. They kind of are going the way of the cowboy movie, where there's just so many
even the subversions are like enough of it at this point. I just like want to take a break. At least if they were like cordoned off in their own little space, but no, they've got to be over everything. There was an interesting tweet I saw where someone was basically like, it might actually be good that they're going for TV shows now because it frees up space for the movies, and might actually fit the format of a comic book even better, possibly. Because like, they're very serialized.
I know people are liking the new like Disney Plus Marvel shows quite a bit, so
yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't either. I don't have Disney Plus, but I mean, if that's where they stay going forward, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because also, it'd be nice to just have like other non-superhero like blockbusters in theaters again.
Right.
Granted, I'm sure most blockbusters aren't really my style, but you know, there's good ones every now and then.
We are in a big auteurage route though. Yeah, even in the days when Hollywood was big in like the 80s and 90s, they did push out some like indie stuff that and like not as big budget stuff that maybe deserves some attention as well. But so like Hollywood's always had that problem, but like you had real craftsman blockbuster creators, and we just don't have that anymore. We have very work-for-hire people. We have, oh, I made an indie film and now I'm making a blockbuster, and like it's got like no character to it, but like they got me to do it. It's like there's just like we need that craft in our spectacle.
Yeah. I wish we had it, you know?
Like,
but I feel like nowadays spectacle is just there for spectacle, and it's not great. Like,
it's all been so cheapened. It's all been so McDonald's-sized. But like, But like, thinking about Die Hard and how it's like, you know, it's a blockbuster picture, but like, such craft to the script and the characters and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean that film is like big, but it has the depth to back it up, and that's why it's like incredible.
Yeah.
I think too many films nowadays just rely on the spectacle, or they rely on a name, you know.
Right.
Put like Dwayne Johnson in there and it's a hit, you know, but if there's not good writing or characters, there's nothing to back anything up.
Yeah. I just noticed we hit another hour, so I'm gonna do some more ads for our Twitch viewers. Just a reminder that Twitch subscribers will not receive any ads. I don't want to lock my content behind a paywall. I want everyone to be able to enjoy it, but if you do feel willing to contribute, it would be greatly appreciated, because even a small donation is worth a lot more than ad views, and as a way of showing appreciation to anyone who does feel willing to contribute. Whoever donates the most, cheers the most, and gifts the most subs by the time I finish my Pokemon Yellow series will be able to nominate future streams. So if you want to pick something I do on this channel in the future, feel free to shoot for being #1 in one of those categories. So with that, I'll run some ads and see you guys when we come back from that. Okay, looks like we're doing high ground. Insert Revenge of the Sith jokes here. Alright, you infected, Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. We are both human.
Nice.
Man, I was having real bad, connection before. It seems to have cleared up.
That's
yeah,
good.
I have way less dropped frames, from my network than I did before, so that's good.
Is it like your home internet that's not good or something? Or
I think it was a network problem because, like, I don't think it's encoding. I think it's connection because, like, my audio connection used to be a little more spotty, and, like, I was dropping, like, 10% network frames at one point. But thankfully, it's way lower than that now. It's like 5%.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just, yeah, had a bad connection, and maybe it's gotten better. So I'm a zombie. Are you a zombie yet?
I'm about to become one. Holy crap, I got like 3 of them on me. Yep, there it is.
There you go. But yeah, I think I mentioned that I got a new external hard drive, and I'm hoping that will be useful for various media that's not video games. I'll put some of my more modern stuff on there and keep the other one mainly for older games. But what I really hope to use it for is like movies, shows, music, that kind of stuff. Especially because like real high quality versions of TV series, you know, that can take a lot of space. I've gotten some anime torrents that are really big, but they look super nice.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, the new Ava, I need to look up when it releases. I think it's at the end of August. If you guys are interested in seeing the remake movies, let me know. I kind of figured probably see that on your own, especially now that they're on Amazon.
Yeah, it's probably better as like an on-your-own thing. But it would be cool to see them just so we could talk about them at some point.
Yeah, let me know if you're interested in seeing them together. There's some good spectacle. Like, not as deep as the original series, kind of more fan servicey, but there's some wild spectacle. There's some, like, some of the most, like, bonkers action scenes in anime. Like, some real crazy stuff. Alright, let's see. Where are the humans? Where are you in the Halo campaigns at this point?
Actually not played a Halo campaign in a minute. I've beaten Combat Evolved and Reach. But that's it, really.
Alright.
So at some point I want to go back and play 2. And then 3 and 4 and all that.
Have you started 2 or not at all yet?
I got like 10 minutes in, but then I just had something else come up, so I kind of stopped.
I really like it. Some people, not as much, but I think it's really good. What really boggles my mind is, I don't think this counts as a spoiler, but you play as the Covenant.
Okay.
And I feel like that's pretty well known at this point, so I don't feel like I really spoiled anything.
Is that what the Arbiters are from? Is
yes,
the Covenant?
The Arbiter is like the Master Chief of the Elites.
Okay.
Yeah, some people apparently didn't like that at the time, because it's like, oh, what's this weird alien I'm playing as? And I'm like, this is like part of some of the best parts of the campaign is that it shows you the Covenant perspective, it fleshes out the world building. I really like the Arbiter as a character. I actually feel like some of the Master Chief stuff is not as strong as in the first game, like, because it kind of feels like they're retreading some stuff a little, and it's a little more unfocused, but the Arbiter stuff I really like. But, like, it makes sense why the story is the way it is. I think that they basically finished the game in, like a binge of development, like, less than a year. Like, it was, like, super close down to the wire, so, like, I'm actually super impressed how it turned out. But, yeah, it has some issues, but like, I think it's really solid. Like, it's
funny you say, like, the perspective thing. Like, Last of Us 2 did the same thing, and I think, for different reasons, of course, like, gamers also hated that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they hated that back then, too.
Don't listen to gamers TM. Listen to individual gamers, but, like, gamers as a group don't really pay too much attention to in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of toxic.
Absolutely.
And, like, not good for the health of art, some of their ideas. Like, honestly. I am really curious about playing Last of Us 2 at some point. However, I still need to play Last of Us 1, so...
Yes, I would argue that you gotta play 1 first. I know that generally is a rule, but...
I would not do 2 before 1, especially in that case.
There's too much writing on the first game to where you really need context. But yeah, you really should play those at some point. I'd love to talk to you about them, because it's probably the most polarizing and divisive game I've seen on the internet. Like, people, myself included, adore it, and then a lot of people, like, despise it. Like, they want to, you know, they do some awful things on the internet. Like, they've harassed the actors and
with the people who despise games is usually, if you get to that level of hate, I kind of feel like you might be in the wrong, because, like, getting that vitriolic and toxic over a game, I feel, because, like, even if it's a bad game, even if it did some bad things, I feel like getting that angry, unless it's, like, unethical. Like, if it's, like getting kids to do gambling kind of stuff, then that's, you know, different. But
yeah, like, that's like, microtransactions for children, I can understand being a thing, but...
The level of hatred some people have for some games, I feel like, shouldn't be as common. Like, you shouldn't be that angry at that many games.
Yeah.
Unless it's, like, really doing something questionable.
And the thing is, Last of Us 2 is absolutely not. There's no microtransactions. I think a lot of it is, and I'm going to keep this very, very vague for spoiler reasons, they do some things with certain characters that people didn't agree with. So and they also like have some characters...
Kind of situation.
Kind of. They subvert some expectations in certain ways. Also, they introduce some characters that push more social justice ideologies. AKA, there is a transgender character later in the game.
So
and also some, like...
of the kind of people who got really upset over that.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I think they handle that kind of stuff very well, and I think it is handled well. I think a lot of people are just upset that it was there at all.
The impression I get is that it's not a perfect game, but, like... So it probably has some flaws, but it also did some really interesting things.
I personally think it's near flawless, but I can totally respect people that, you know, think it has issues, because there's actually a classmate of mine I was talking to about this, and he loves the second game too, but he also, like, still prefers the first one and had valid reasons for it, you know?
Right.
And that kind of stuff I can absolutely respect. It's just, me personally, I prefer more of what the second game did over the first, so I prefer that game, but, you know, to each their own. Like, the first game is really good. I definitely think you should play them. I know Brandon was interested in them too.
Yeah, you know, maybe it won't be soon, but at some point they're on my list. The problem is there's just, like, hundreds of games that I want to check out.
Yeah,
so we'll see
tricky.
when I get to it, but I am interested.
Yeah, whenever you do, let me know so I can like talk to you about them, because it'd be nice to have conversation. I think the only person, other than that classmate I was mentioning to you, I think the only person I've talked to him about is Nick, because he and I played through 2 together.
Yeah.
So it was interesting hearing his opinion.
When we did Danganronpa, we really liked to talk about it. Like, the 4 of us who played it, like, it was like kind of that for you with Last of Us. Like,
yeah.
And we were like, oh, I wish I had more people to talk about this with, because I love these characters and stuff. So yeah, I kind of get that feeling. This song, I think you'd like this album, Jaden. It's I think it's called Deep Fantasy by Surfing. It's vaporwave, but kind of a crossbreed with synthwave. I think you can tell.
Ooh.
Like it's because it's got like that kind of synthwavey kind of feel. I think you'd dig it. Oh no! Someone grenaded.
I just saved it to Spotify, so I will look it up later.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. It's very synthwavy, kind of but like not so much the Hotline Miami kind, but like the more mellow kind of spaced out kind.
I can dig the mellow stuff for sure. I definitely need like a mix of music. I'm always looking for new recommendations because sometimes it's just like listening to King Gizzard again, you know, it'd be kind of nice to have like a different thing to put on.
Yeah. Spotify's really good for that. I mean, the best way to get recommendations is, you know, from friends who know your taste and stuff. But like, Spotify can be really useful. Like, like song radios off of songs you like. Looking at the homepage and seeing, because you liked King Gizzard, try this, and it might be like Tame Impala or something.
I found a couple good signals by doing that, just kind of like the custom playlists they make for you and stuff. I've been like, oh, this is a cool new thing.
That way.
Yeah.
Nice try. You won't get me.
Dang. Y'all had your backs turned. I thought I had the drop on all of you. But you're too fast.
Hell's Janitor? I've never seen that before.
Player?
It's a medal I got. Hell's Janitor. I have no idea what you have to do to get it.
Interesting. Ooh, they got you?
Yeah, they got me. I think this is the last.
Nice.
But I got a lot of kills.
Good.
Yeah, but I also try not to recommend stuff that I feel you wouldn't be into. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Jaden, you gotta check out this Harsh Noise. I'm sure you'll love it. But, like, this album, I kind of feel like you'd like it. It'd be, like, relaxation music.
Yeah, I definitely need relaxing music to kind of intermix with my other, like, you know, hard rock and, you know, hip-hop stuff.
Yeah. I put all the stuff that's in my playlists and then some extra stuff for good measure on a Twitch grab bag playlist on my profile. So if you want to... So that's, like, all the songs I've played on stream and some others that I also like.
Is that on your Discord profile or your Twitch profile?
It's on my Spotify. Do you know how to go to Spotify profiles?
Yeah, I think I'm following you on Spotify, so I should be able to find it there.
I've checked out your Windows Down playlist.
Ooh, nice. That's kind of my, it's kind of become very big and hodgepodgey.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of like my general, if I like a song, I just throw it in there.
Yeah.
And... You know, it's worked for me. I'm
kind of hoping my Twitch grab bag playlist will turn into that. So, if you want to, like, check out some of the stuff that's on there for ideas, you know, I can give more personalized recommendations, like when I recommended surfing, but that's also a good place to look. Some of the
I'll take both, so...
Yeah, some of the stuff on there you might not like. Like, some of the songs...
That's okay.
But I think you'd like a fair amount.
Yeah, I'll just kind of pick and choose and see what's around.
Yeah. Oh, who's pushing me off? I was trying to get a good view to shoot the zombos. I love this kind of vibe for songs, like this kind of mellow ambient vibe. That's a weird thing.
Is this the
about
same song or the same album that's
No,
playing?
no. But like that's the thing with my mix. I try to make the songs flow. So like I use that other song to flow into this one, and it seems it worked well.
Nice. It did work well.
Yeah, this is.
That's the thing. I probably should make more playlists like that on my own, because my Windows Down one is literally just like, it could go from jazz to heavy metal to
That's
like
the thing.
a
I almost
soundtrack.
never did that stuff before. I didn't take the time, but I thought it'd be something fun to try with doing Twitch. And
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun to like try to DJ it out, you know. Yeah, this song is from Death's Dynamic Shroud. They're probably my favorite modern artist, and I met one of their members. I got a selfie with him. I'm Facebook friends with another one. I found him on Facebook, and I was like, okay.
Wow.
They are really like here. Okay, you know, criticism. So vaporwave is like my favorite genre right now, modern genre, but a lot of it is low effort, and honestly, like sometimes I'm even fine with that low effort stuff because it's just got the vibe I'm looking for. But DDS is like they put a craft into it, especially their newer stuff that like to a level most people wouldn't do. Because like the thing, vaporwave, you know, tonally it's different, but I would say it's the closest thing to the DIY punk movement of today, because like the whole point of punk rock was like you get people who don't know guitars and they just like play and scream, right? Like it's like total amateur music, right?
Yeah.
Vaporwave is kind of like that. It's like go to your computer, take a song, screw with it, and there you go. So some people would do the bare minimum and literally just slow down a song, maybe chop it up a little bit, and then there you go. But like DDS, like they go all out. Like some of their music is like it feels like some of the most cutting edge music I've heard. Like it's a group of 3 different people who all different have sensibilities, and one of them in particular like really feels like he tries to push the avant-garde. Like he kind of pushes for what I would call glitch pop. It's like super avant-garde glitchy music, but like in a kind of pop vibe. I don't think a lot of people would like it, but I dig it. But like even on some of the songs where they slow down, they like literally use like analog technology to slow some of it down. Because like most people would just do digital and then and you know go to basic effects, turn it down, make it slower, make it pitch shifted. But he like literally used like I think like analog tapes and stuff to like slow down some of this stuff. So like
wow,
he
dedication.
Yeah, he was pretty dedicated. And that's a weird thing with my music taste is it can seem probably a little bipolar because like I love like really aggressive, anarchic, super loud music, and then I also love very ambient, calm, utopian music. It's very interesting.
It's good to have a mix though, and not just be stuck in like one genre.
Yeah.
So
like,
that is
but
cool.
like when Spotify said it was very me to have 9 Inch Nails after Dua Lipa, I felt like that's a pretty good sampler, my taste, going from aggressive, angry, masculine, industrial to hyper polished, feminine pop. I feel like that's a good sampler of the two of my two sides.
Yeah, I think Spotify did something similar with me, where it was like you played Green Day and then you played Wise Blood or something, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like my playlist.
Nice.
Because yeah, that playlist, that's like I think one of the few ones I've made, but it's literally just like random shit just thrown around.
It also said you listened to a lot of Private School Boys, right? Or was it Carson or something?
I do. I think it was Carson that actually got the thing on Spotify, though. Jordan was giving me crap for not getting it up. Yeah.
I've been re-listening to some of the Private School Boys stuff though recently.
Nice.
I really like it. It's really well produced.
It is. Their mixer is really talented, and they actually have like a lot of good ideas in their songs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure we're all a little biased just because we know them, but
yeah. But
you know.
but genuinely, I have put a few of their songs on this Twitch grab bag playlist as well.
Yeah.
Because it's just good stuff.
It was funny when we were in Copenhagen. We went into this like random antiquities store, and Jordan just kind of struck up a conversation with the owner and was just like talking about each other's bands because I guess that guy used to own a band.
Nice.
And he ended up playing Marooned in the store, just like on his iPad, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, my son's in a band, and if they ever come out to the U.S., maybe they could like open for you guys, you know."
Nice.
So who knows if that'll ever happen? But like, you know, it was just kind of cool to see them hitting it off like that.
Yeah.
Because he's very passionate about it, and I know Taylor is too. So
Great stuff.
yeah.
My dad's friend in college had a band. I have a vinyl of theirs.
Ooh.
If you want to like switch over, I'm being very careful with this. It's still got the label when they got it from Penn State.
Wow.
But I've not listened to all of this because I want to make sure it's really preserved so we can digitize it. I don't think it's available anywhere.
Interesting. Yeah, you should digitize it if it's not.
Yeah, I don't want to play it yet until I make sure it's like clean and I know what I'm doing so I don't ruin it.
Right. Maybe work with your dad on that since it's his friend's band or whatever.
Yeah, so I've just kind of kept it there for now. That friend has uploaded some of his songs to YouTube, so some of it's out there, but like...
but not that particular EP or whatever.
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't know. So I'm being careful.
Yeah.
I saw a video, I guess the guy's like I think he's like part of the department at Penn State or whatever at this point. But like he'll upload like new music stuff he's done too. When Prince died, he performed a tribute where he did the opening song from Purple Rain. It was really good.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah. This song is also that's Dynamic Shroud. What's really interesting is they love to sample K-pop, which is very unique. Like this song, the chorus, I'm pretty sure is K-pop. It sounds like it. When it gets like really this like powerful, deep, booming voice. I think it comes back at this point, or maybe it's fading out. I don't know. But but like that, I'm pretty sure it's like from K-pop, and one of their other albums has tons of K-pop samples.
Nice.
And
that's one genre I wish I like could get more into. I haven't listened to a lot of K-pop.
Yeah, me neither. I've heard some good stuff, but I haven't explored too much. And I think I'll be more biased towards J-pop. Not so much the new anime kind of stuff, but like 80s city pop I really love. It's the kind of disco style kind of stuff. I'm really big into that. I should show you some city pop sometime. There's some good stuff.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, like this has got to be K-pop that they're sampling. They also love video game samples. They love to do Twilight Princess, which is really cool because I recently beat that game and I kind of feel like it's a little underrated at this point. So I really like whenever I can tell in some of their songs where I'm like, that was a Twilight Princess song.
Yeah.
They're one of the few vaporwave acts with a live album, which is pretty interesting because it's mostly electronic sample-based music, but they actually did do concerts in Japan. And that's a thing. Like, early on, they were just like focused on typical albums, but then like 2018, they started to really go all in on their live performances and like live style, and it seems like they're breaking new ground in that genre for doing that. Especially because, you know, I went to a concert where there's a whole bunch of vaporwave acts doing that, but I feel like DDS kind of helped push them out the door because a lot of these people are kind of introverted on their computer a lot kind of people, so it kind of made them go, oh wait, if you actually go to a place, there might actually be people in real life who want to listen to it, and so they're kind of got them out of their shells.
That's really cool. I saw that a little bit of that footage of that vaporwave thing you went to. That looked pretty exciting.
Yeah, honestly, you know, I don't think everyone could get into it, but I feel like they are capable of some like arena level strength. Like, I don't know if the audience is there, but I feel like if they had that size, they could make use of it. Like, cause their one song, Rare Emoji Collection, I probably played it for you, but like when that played, it was like booming in there, and like people were like, yeah, they're headbanging to it.
Nice.
Man, Brandon is able to pick up on things that I just like feel like, how did I not see that? He pointed out to me what the sampled lyric is in that song. In my head, I had like pictured it all wrong, and it's like, oh, it's saying "under your spell," and I'm like, what? What do you mean "under your spell"? And he pointed it out to me. I was like, how did I not hear that? Like Brandon surprises me. Like the things he'll pick up that I feel like, how was I so dense? How could I not notice that?
I've noticed in myself I'm pretty dense with song lyrics sometimes. I'll just like be way off the mark.
That's the thing. I try not to, cause like I'll like talk a lot about stuff. I try not to be proud though, because I know that I am like, I can be very dense. Like I like talk about the stuff I care about, and I play myself up a little bit, but I don't think I have too much of an ego. And I can be quite dense sometimes, I feel. I feel like, you know, as much as I like research and stuff, and like I can spout a lot of facts on something and people might be impressed, but like, believe me, I feel like I can be very dense on obvious things as well. I think this song is actually a slowed down Nintendo 64 song. It's like
That's super cool.
I think it's a Bomberman song. Man, video game soundtracks are the best.
Yeah, I wish I listened to more of them. I really don't, but there's some great ones out there.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot from games I haven't even played. Like Donkey Kong Country, I've only barely played that, but that soundtrack is so good. But yeah, revisiting soundtracks of games you already love, or just checking out new ones. There's a lot of good stuff out there. It's real good homework music too, especially because like the more modern stuff might be a little more like typical music, but like early video game style really focused on not being too intrusive and being like, you know, good background noise. So I find that old video game soundtracks make really good for studying and stuff. Or sleeping sometimes.
Yeah.
I've listened to a few YouTube mixes of 12-hour video game sleep music. Alright, are you human or a zombie?
I'm a human.
Nice. I'm a human for now.
Nice. See how long we can stay alive. Ah, shit. Someone got behind me. That was a good spot. Oh well.
Oh well.
Also, this will probably be my last round, just so you know, just since it's getting a bit late.
Sounds good. It just worked out really fortunately that you became available right as Ethan had.
Yeah, it was funny how that worked out. Hopefully next time I won't have other conflictions and I can start earlier. I can hang out with the whole gang.
It's okay. I didn't give a lot of warning. And usually I try to plan more around other people's schedules. But the thing is, with the Europe trip, I kind of put off doing a Halo one because it's like, well, a lot of people are gone.
Right.
And also I was just kind of behind on stream, so I'm trying to get caught up. So actually, I'll probably be doing another Halo 3 multiplayer in less than 2 weeks. Not immediately after, but probably sooner than that. And then hopefully I'll be able to stabilize into a more predictable schedule. But I kind of want to make up for some of the streams I had planned to do and didn't do, so I'm just kind of caught up on those.
Well, that's cool then, yeah.
Alright, one last guy. Oh,
For
there
long.
he is.
There we go. Ooh, I'm a
Alright.
human.
I am not, so I'm gonna come get you.
Challenge accepted.
This album right here is interesting, Jaden. It was designed to be a video game soundtrack for a video game that doesn't exist. So
Really?
it's designed to sound like one, but it's all original music.
Very cool.
This guy was at the concert I went to, but like there was so many acts and like scheduled on top of each other. I didn't get a chance to see him, but he seems interesting. I that's the thing. Tonally, it doesn't make any sense at all. But like ideologically and structurally, Vaporwave reminds me a lot of punk because not just is it very DIY, but also it's splintered into so many different things. Like, it's like that's one of the things with punk rock is like it's so like it's split into so many different things. Like huge level of influence. And like Vaporwave is not that influential yet, but like there's so many different things. There's like video game inspired stuff. There's more just like loungy kind of stuff. There's ambient stuff. There's stuff that's like actually high speed kind of disco anime kind of vibe. Like there's so many different subcultures. It's fascinating. But I try not to talk too much about it in a way that would be unfamiliar to you. I try to, you know, be broad about it because I know that it's the kind of genre I'm into and not you. But
yeah, it's one I'm more unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
You know.
And I just like sharing it, but like obviously I'm like, well, it's a niche thing that I'm into, so I try to keep it at a good balance, you know.
Yeah. But it is cool hearing about, like, music that you like, because, I don't know, like, I'd say a good, like, 80 to 90% of my taste in music is just stuff I've heard other people play and I've just kind of stolen.
It's okay.
And then sometimes I'll just kind of, like, do my own deep dive into it, and sometimes I'll just take it and go.
That's how my taste used to be for a long time. I feel like for a lot of my life I was a poser when it came to music, but yeah, I just got to a point where I just really started to dive into very unique me kind of stuff, and I was able to find, oh, that's a niche thing that not everyone's into, that speaks to me.
Yeah.
So you have to head out now, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I was just gonna say real quick, I kind of had that same experience with King Gizzard. Like, you introduced them to me, and then I was like, oh, this is something I click with. And I just, like, deep dove into all of their stuff, and I just kind of latched on.
At this point, you know them even better than I do, so...
Yeah.
Like, you're the real expert when it comes to them.
At this point, yeah, I've heard, I think, all of their albums except for maybe a bit of their early stuff, but I've heard at least one song from every album.
Nice.
But yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
so...
I probably should get going. I got work in the morning. But
Alright.
I'll see you tomorrow for Green Knight. It should
Yeah,
be super
see
exciting.
ya.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Bye. Okay. Let's get back on... Let's do some, let's do some 8v8. Looks like we're on Avalanche. Okay. My back's being a little interesting. big team battle, basically. Is there a sniper rifle in this base like there is in the Halo CE version? Guess not. Nice. Get in there. There we go. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people over there. They're just like running right into it. Are you why did he go off the edge? Oh, that's incredible. Clip that. They're just feeding me with kills. They're always so bunched up together. This Warthog just eats through them. Looks like I've been getting some good challenges and stuff. $19 kills, sweet. Not a good time to be flipping over, my dude. What the hell was that? Oh, did they kill? Oh boy. Oh well. Whoa. What the hell? We just left a wraith there. Time to use this baby. it's still playing music. Oh no. Get the hornet. What the? Hell yeah. Oh, how do I drive this thing? It's okay, at least I damaged it. What the hell? Guess it got rocketed or something? Oh, we are winning by a lot though, so that's good. I've got like a quarter of our kills. Oh! Was not prepared. Okay, who's sniping me? I gotta find out where they are. Damn it. Oh man, they're triple teaming me. It's good to have backup for this stuff. They're like always surrounding. They're gonna catch up if we don't do something about this. What happened? Where'd the warthog go? Connection crapping out again. They could beat us even after that huge lead we had. Oh, I should not have done that. I just fed them. Damn it. That's unfortunate. less dropped frames than 4, but still in the yellow. New match. That Slayer kind of seemed in time with the music, kind of. Wait, where's? I thought I saw a Sparkler or something. Oh, I gotta use the Gauss Hog! Someone get me one of those babies. Yes! Yes! Snuck that in. Doing so hot. There's so much going on, it's hard to keep track of what to even go for. What is happening to the camera? I guess I phased through something. I don't know if we'll be able to come back from this. They're just dominating us. Yes! going to queue up Twitch grab playlist on shuffle. In the meantime, might change it, but for now. I think this song was on the playlist we used just earlier. Damn it. I keep not getting these kills. What? Damn it. Did not do so hot, that one. But I am noticing it has been another hour. So I'm going to run some Twitch ads. Just a reminder for our Twitch viewers. Subscribers will not receive any ads. I don't want to lock any of my content behind subscriptions. I want everyone to be able to enjoy it. But for those of you who do feel willing to contribute, it'd be greatly appreciated. Because even a small donation is worth tons more than ad views. And I hope to put any money I get from these streams towards making them better, being able to get better equipment and stuff like that. As a way of showing appreciation to anyone who does feel willing to contribute, whoever donates the most, cheers the most, and gets the most subs by the time I finish my Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, will be able to nominate a future stream. So if you want to pick something that I do on this channel in the future, feel free to shoot for being number 1 in one of those categories. So with that, run some ads, and I'll see you guys when we get back from them. Session. See what we're doing. Territories. Uh-oh, that's not good. So we're defending them? I guess we gotta defend all these spots? Can't just take out without me, bud. Why are you going this way? Are we recapturing or something? Oh wow, that was... I feel horrible for you. One of these days, I need to learn how to fly a Banshee with mouse and keyboard, because every time I try, it just does not work. Can I not get this back? Okay. There we go. Come on, let me... damn it. That's change of pace. Damn it! I couldn't get my second punch in. That wasn't me, was it? I don't think it was. So I guess they gotta get, like, all of our territories locked down enough. Oh, that's smart. Oh, did they kill him? Where'd the Warthog go? Get out of there.
10 seconds remaining.
sudden death.
Territory lost. Round
Ah, damn it.
offense.
Okay. Time to wreck shit. What the? Why'd you flip? Dude. I could have focused my fire on it. Get out of there. Oh, it's playing that one Sonic Adventure song. Talking about my friends. This song. Ooh. This song rocks. So do we lock this one down? At least I got him. It's getting weird again. Should I try using the elephant? Oh, he's gonna try to use the elephant. Yeah, give me a head start, buddy. Oh, they'll start spawning on me, won't they? Wait, why'd he get off, buddy? What the hell? Why'd I do that? Why'd I phase through? Haha! I can't tell if that helped or not. Might have been a waste of time. But I think the firepower might help. Ah, damn it. Let me spawn on the elephant. Ooh, nice. Get some remaining light in here.
30 seconds remaining.
Alright. Running out of options. So I guess it's just like 2 rounds, a defense and offense round. Big Team Slayer. I think I've been on this map before. It seems familiar. Vehicles might be a bit cumbersome on this one. Also, I don't like the fact that there's pointing a rocket. What the hell is going on here? What? Is that a good idea, guys? It's still flipping. Damn it. Just trying to get my shields back up. Damn it! I walked right into that, didn't I? He got his teammate there. Oh, I double killed him with that grenade. Yes, please. What are they shooting at? Get out of there. Damn it. At least it's weaker now. Nice. I almost killed myself there, I think. Scoring fairly high for my team. But if that's the case, then we're probably going to lose. Looks like my team's catching up, though.
Gain the lead.
Oh, whoa, we might pull this off. I'm actually not really high anymore. Nice, you won. Man, these animated banners are cool. I gotta find out how I get some of those. Standoff. Big team heavy. Better get some Gauss hogs. Yes! Oh, I love this, baby. Point and go boom. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, hell? Die, die, die. I just want to kill my Gauss hog. Keep me safe, keep me safe. Keep me alive, dude. What the? He just like drove through. What the hell? You can just do that? I should have been paying more attention to the chopper. What the fuck is happening? Why am I seeing disappearing warthogs? It wasn't reloaded. Literally all I want is a Gauss hog. What the fuck? What the? Oh, now I'm getting Gauss hog. Oh! Please, keep it intact. I must have it. Oh, god damn it, someone else is Gauss hogging. God damn it. Move the Gauss hog. No, it's just a normal warthog. Don't let the guy show up in your base and get your warthog turret. that? Did I run over this guy? Yes, I did. The coward left. What the hell is happening there? Get out of my way! What the? Did he have overshield or something? Alright.
Who the hell is that? One bastard goes in and another comes out. What? Cut it out of here. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. I'm innocent of anything. You made some kind of joke.
Alright. Maybe one more match, I'm thinking. And then maybe wrap up.
Stuff we sell is just the best. Passing all consumer tests. Oh, days of heaven, nights of sin. Voodoo stick and shark spin. When all around you seems like hell.
Just need
Just
one
one
more
sip
guy.
will make you well. Oh, multi-purpose in a jar. If you ain't ill, it'll fix your car. In days of yore, for all bad feelings, washing socks and stripping ceilings. Nowadays it's used medicinally for all known human malady. Oh,
Ooh, sand trap heavy. Ooh, I gotta do some elephant stuff. This music's fitting for this. trying to blow us up, dude? Oh, damn it. Are they both gone? Okay. Elephant time. Oh, we've got scorpions too. Oh, hell yeah. Damn it. Oh, God. I love heavies. Ah! I can't have the Gauss hog. I'll take the elephant.
Lyrics upon the format, filled with skill with technique, computer maniac. When lyrical form is clouds on your brainstorm, I get hype, think, thought, flow, acrobat, sync the track, book the track, dance missions, clubs like pose, react by slow visions. Inherited more reflects on the dance floor, blowing up, and having mad people showing up, packing crowds, jam-packed venues, needles collapse while atmospheres continue. Sprinkle that, winning like that.
Get me the Gauss hog.
Like
No!
Yo, I'm on the energy source, the cosmic force, with prodigy, different astrology, my intellect's the power, with diesel power. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. 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 Wind spin back, rewind, diesel power. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. It has to be automatically. Check it out, you better work it out. Change to another route. My technique, strategies, abilities, I leave course the mic, hanging like spring leaves. Do a try so fast beyond what you and I. Lyrical tactics, vocal gymnastics, ease and pepped up. You get swept up, smacked up, backed up. Your crew's all cracked up. Check it slow, pick, choose quick, you can't stick.
Yes.
No metaphor ranges, strangers, angles. You get tangled, twisted side effects. Channels repeat, complete, can't compete. Check the hour texture. Mind adventure, exploit the point. Intertracts.
It's so amazing.
My intellects proceed with diesel power. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. 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 Back attack the rack, tax you. No, high quality. Standing, damaging your other manic. Quick reverse, potent as the first verse. My amplifier blows on your world's higher. Whoop off sire, cuts like a barbed wire. I pull up on you every day. Fast forward, I move and I swing forward. Exit load, put your brain in right mode. Selected mix, the man will perfect the fix. Head slightly, bite me. Convict, Xerox, cock, hand blocks. You can't knock them out there. Uplifting, shifting, persistent, intelligent kingpin. Different astrology. As I roll with prodigy. With diesel power.
Whoa.
Blows your mind drastically, fantastically.
Oh boy.
Blows your mind drastically, fantastically.
What the? fish in a barrel. I think I was shooting their corpses in the air too.
Model 706-8073. Robot Sonic.
Why'd you abandon me, dude? Got something good here.
Killing frenzy.
Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically. Blows your mind drastically, fantastically.
Haha. What the fuck? Oh man. Big team heavies. I'll go for a little longer.
You let me violate you. You let me desecrate you.
Kinda just want to do big team heavies.
You let
Maybe I'll
trade you.
change my options to narrow it down.
You let me complicate you. I broke apart my insides. I've got no soul to sell.
Yeah, let's just do only heavies.
Help me get away from myself.
I just want to shoot with big vehicles. I'm like a little child on Christmas. I love big thing go boom. Check my phone while we wait. Come on, let's find somebody. Yes. Valhalla. Hope there's Gauss Hogs. Otherwise, I'll go for like a Scorpion or something like that. Oh, are they both normal? Do the Scorpion? Damn it. No Scorpion, huh? I've done Scorpion on this map before, so... Has it gotta be a certain version of Valhalla or something? Oh! There's one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa. Where's the other Scorpion? Is it dead or? No! It just showed up. Oh no, did you guys break it already? There we go. If I can't have one, no one can. Oh hell yeah. I've been obsessed with this song lately. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. What the hell? Ah, damn it! Damn it. Trying to throw me off. There's gonna be a scorpion here any moment. I bet. Yes! Come back here. Time to put you down. Damn it! That was great. magic. Don't pay me no mind. Oh, what the? Wow. Ah, he had a shotgun, of course. My Scorpion. What's this coordinated assault? Get me out of here. Ah! God damn it.
30 seconds remaining.
So it wasn't even completely destroyed, and now it is. Fuck you guys. Alright, is that a good point to stop? I think it is. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fun. Ugh. Some good Halo multiplayer with my friends. Got to chat with Ethan at least. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. And that was back to one of our lengthier streams. Hopefully we'll be able to do more of those in the future with Pokemon Yellow. Hopefully I'll have time in my schedule for that. So, yeah. I had a lot of fun. And I look forward to more streams in the future. We will probably have a few more this week. Mostly Nuzlocke, maybe some Halo 3 campaign or something. But yeah, all I need to do now is find somewhere to raid. Anyone in the chat have any suggestions, or should I figure that myself? Let's do this guy. Okay. Yeah, so I'll send you guys over there. Hope you enjoyed this stream. I look forward to seeing you guys in future streams. I'll send you guys on your way, and I'll see you guys